All right, this is episode 1 of our podcast that is going alongside with an article we are writing for Lancer Messenger. Today's prompt, I guess, would be what do you think of school Valentine's Day stuff and middle school relationships? So if anyone wants to take the floor, they can go ahead.
I think that I think in some cases it's like it's like an actual relationship. Obviously, in others, there's like times where people are like just doing it to say that they are in a relationship when they're not actually, and it's kind of just fake. But I do think that there are some cases where the people actually feel, like strong feelings toward the person, and they actually like the person. Obviously, 99% of the time, it's not going to go anywhere in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Especially in middle school.
Yeah,
so.
It's not like most of them will get married. There are some times when people do get married. Like,
Right.
yeah, like I've known a couple people who like dated in like 8th grade and like 9th grade, and it like went somewhere. But it's not always how it works out, just because we're so young and people change a lot, and that this is like the time period where we will change the most.
Right. So you think the majority of relationships are just for the status title instead of?
Yeah, I think a good amount. I don't think all,
Yeah.
but I think
Right.
a good amount of what happens is just for the title of being in a relationship.
Okay, so before we get too off topic, let's bring it back to the idea of Valentine's Day gifts in school and like
if
the school
should
hosting
sponsor it.
them,
Yeah.
like with ours, and if you think it's appropriate.
I think it's cute. I think it's that they're trying to like get somewhat involved with it.
A little drama, a little romance.
Yeah, but it's also kind of funny how they're trying to do that, but then they'll also like not allow us to be
Or hold like
hold hands or like hug each other.
Yeah.
Like that we have to be like half a mile away from everybody. I think it's kind of silly, but
Don't mind the transformer in the background. He's just he's having a little tantrum.
But I do think it's kind of cute how they're trying to get involved with it somewhat.
Right.
Yeah. Sebastian, what do you think?
I mean, it could be a neutral thing because it's good. It's good and bad. Like, because it could start drama with it. Like, people could take it too far and like start freaking out with friends if they didn't get them a candygram or whatever. But like Gio said, I think it's a good idea, but it's kind of
Good idea in
stupid.
theory, but in practice,
Yeah,
But
it doesn't.
not as well?
It's not because if you have someone you're really attached to, you're gonna get them a gift outside of school, and like it's kind of
Yeah, and like
telltale
whenever-
if you just get them
Yeah, because
a
then it's like
candygram
you're
in
purposely
school.
trying to start drama because it's specifically in school instead
Well,
of
no,
out of
I
school.
was saying like if you're in a relationship, you get the person a $1 candygram and nothing else. That kind of shows your attachment to the relationship.
Yeah, and I mean, whenever it's fine to give people candygrams.
Right. No, there's
obviously.
nothing wrong with it.
But a lot of the time, whenever people are going to be giving gifts, they're going to be giving something a little bit more, like you were saying, outside of school.
Yeah.
So like whenever it's inside of school, that's like purposely, trying to like either show something, not necessarily start drama, but to show that you're like together
Or
attached
to
something
show,
like
well,
that.
yeah, they give them out in
The
public,
relationship.
so they'll give them out like in your classroom, so you'll like show people that you are in and out of a relationship.
I
like you
think
just said.
I think if like when people like actually care, they'll get something that's like more heartfelt, like not material. Like they could make something, or they could
Right.
get them something that like is related to
And it
them
means so much more if it's personal or
than
even
just
if
some
it's
candy.
homemade.
Yeah.
So, what are your opinions? This is an open question to all of you. What are your opinions on middle school relationships in general? Should they be happening in middle school? Like, is it necessarily a good or bad thing, or is it just neutral?
I mean, I feel like, with the 4 of us here, I mean, basically 3 because somebody's over there not paying attention. With the 3 of us here, we don't exactly have the most diverse of groups, But what do you mean? Why are you pointing at me? Like you can't see it because I mean obviously it's a podcast, but Sebastian's pointing at me. I'll let dear listeners, love you to death. I'll let you try to fill in the blanks on why he was pointing at me. Anyways, I feel like we don't have the most diverse group here, but I feel like kids need to know where boundaries lie because a lot of the time they try to get into like way too mature stuff, I guess, for our age. Way
we
too.
have to keep this somewhat censored because it's going on a school website.
Dude, I'm not talking about anything that
I know,
much.
I know,
but, like,
I know.
kids
I'm
just
just
try to
telling
get.
you.
Yeah, I know, but like kids try to get into a lot, Like not even like anything physical or stuff like that, but just like emotionally. Like a lot of kids don't know how to handle that stuff in relationships. and either they undershare or they just absolutely unload everything that they're
And
feeling on the other person.
And put all of their faith into one person.
Yeah,
that
they're
relationship
putting that
ends
burden.
because they're giving too much burden, and then their emotions just die.
Yeah, and then
because-
that can be hard on your mental
Right.
health.
Mhm.
Well, that's why middle school relationships are good, is because like it's more of like practice for later on.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
what
like,
I'm saying. Yeah.
It's like you get better as you go. You figure out how it works, and then later on, you know what you're doing.
Yes.
Right, and it gets you like an idea of what type of person you like, and
Yeah, and in like high school, you're investing a lot more time and effort into it because
Right.
like a lot of the time, like those kids will kind of have like part-time jobs, so they'll actually be going
Mhm.
out spending more money on stuff instead of
And you
just
can
know,
drive.
hanging out. Yeah, they can drive.
instead
like,
of getting your parents to take you to your boyfriend or girlfriend's house.
yeah, I know, and that's also like middle school, like relationships for me. That just be so awkward. Just sitting in your car with your parents and like whatever your name is, how's it going? It's just it's not comfortable, you know.
It's not that bad.
Good.
I mean, like even like, hey mom, can you take me over to so and so's house? Like,
Yeah, everybody.
It's-
Not to say that you should be doing stuff behind your parents' back, but like everybody's parents know, and that just
Yeah.
makes it. That just adds a whole other layer to awkwardness.
Yep.
I mean, your
don't-
parents
they
should
might-
know anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
but
totally.
but you know what I mean, right? It just adds like another layer of awkwardness
Right.
whenever like your parents know, and then like parents tell parents. Like,
I mean, it gets to a certain degree where it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
Like you're mature enough to realize that who
but
cares.
again, that's like whenever you're in high school, you know. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't know.
guess.
So Gio, out of all of the people here, you probably had the longest run.
Year and a half.
relationship.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. About year and a half, almost year and
The
a half.
most active and long running relationship, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
Because Charlie, have you dated anybody in middle school yet?
Nope.
No.
Have you ever even liked someone?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ah.
probably everybody's like someone at some point, but
Okay, let's continue, Hayden, with Gia.
well, I already asked him a question, or I guess I didn't ask him a question.
Yeah.
All right, so then how would you rate that? You know, would you think it's a
Yeah, put your
worthy
phone on.
experience? Just know that she may be listening to this, and your head may be on the chopping block. You know.
It's been a good year and a half.
Good year and a half?
Yeah.
Mm.
I like her a lot. You know. Gotta put me on the spot here.
Yeah, but we are. We are. It is very.
She's a very nice girl. I really like her. She's very smart,
It is
very funny.
The tone of voice and like your speaking cadence right now,
It's
I
not
can
you.
I can just envision at your wedding, like you going for
Oh.
the kiss, it just kind of doesn't work, and you just kind of, let's just shake on it. We'll just shake on it. That kind of sounds like what's going down right now. It's
No,
just,
no,
your
like,
tone of
I-
voice
like-
just,
I really do like her. I've been with her for a year, almost a year and a half. So
So that started halfway. Did it start during COVID? Halfway through 6th grade.
7th.
What
do you mean
Year-
6th grade?
Wait,
That'd
really?
be 2 years.
and a
Wait, you
half.
started now that I'm thinking about that, I thought you guys were together like
Oh, yeah,
way
you're
before
right.
7th, we started November.
that.
We started
Back,
November.
the printer. You started November?
Yeah.
Sebastian, I know you've had some girlfriends in the past, and one now, you know.
I'd say this is the first relationship I'm genuinely attached to. Like
Yeah.
the others have been, I guess, mainly for the title or me wanting to have an actual relationship. And
but
not
what
being
was it
able
like
to
the
achieve
active
that.
thought of, oh, I want to have a relationship, I don't care, or were you just not realizing it at the time?
I think I genuinely wanted to have someone there to talk to and be in a relationship with, but I don't think I was able to because of maturity level.
Oh, okay. All right, well, it is the second day of us recording this episode. Sebastian isn't here, and we are using new mics, so things may sound a little different. We just wanted to, kind of wrap things up and give a little bit of an explanation of what we're trying to do here. It may not work, but we hope it does. So, yeah. Yesterday was our first day recording. We're still trying to iron out kinks. We, hopefully there's a lot of things that we want to do. We want to talk about different subjects, go along with different things. I'm being stared at right now. I don't like this. I feel uncomfortable. We're going to try to do different things, going along with different articles with the newspaper. Hopefully we can try to get people on. So I don't know how the website's going to work, but if you can give feedback in person on the website, that'd be great on whether or not you like it or things that we should expand on. Is there anything else that you guys want to talk about or add to a previous subject we were talking about or add to what we're doing for the podcast or anything like that?
Not really.
Yeah, not really.
All right.